Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream, a Friday live stream, the best kind of live stream. Well, best day for a live stream, maybe. It's definitely not the best kind of live stream. I would arguably say it's pretty lackluster, but you know, we'll go with that. Hello, 88B, and hello, Guts. How's it going? I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. You know, it's a decent day. There was like one meeting today, so I'm you know, any day where there's only one meeting is it's gonna be a good day, just automatically. So yay. Other than that, I also found the fix for the packaging issue, and I have successfully packaged it at least once, just earlier today during like my lunchtime. And the solution you will never guess. I can pretty safely put money on it and say you'll never guess it. Now I don't have money to put on, but you know, because it's it just makes so little sense to me why that fixes it. That if someone guessed it, I have questions. I would have so many questions. I mean, someone did guess it because someone figured it out, and I was like, I don't know what possessed you to try this thing to fix it, but I guess thank you because it worked. So But yeah, it's fixed. You guys want to guess what it is before I tell you? I don't want to spoil the fun if you want to guess. But there's like no chance. Just think of something that makes almost no sense. No, it had nothing to do with any connections or anything I did. Nope. It was the plugin related. It was plugin related like I thought. So that'll be the hint you have. It is the plugin that I thought was the problem. The question is, how did I fix it? And the solution to this, you do not need to know the plugin to figure out the solution. No, wasn't turned on is not the problem, because then I wouldn't be able to do anything. The entire thing would just complain to me without even opening. No. I'll give you guys one other guess, and I'll tell you. It's stupid. It's so stupid. No more guesses? Okay. Well, basically, what I had to do was I had to go to my plugin directory, and I just needed to put that plugin, instead of in the plugin directory for the engine, I had to put it in the plugin directory of my project. And just remove it from the engine so I don't have a duplicate. And guess what? And now it's fine. Someone want to explain that one to me? The same plugin, nothing changed. No settings, no nothing. I just moved where it was. How the hell are you supposed to guess that one? And what log? Again, someone tried that. I don't even know what compelled them to try that. I'm thankful something compelled them to try that. But like, not in a million years would I ever think, oh yeah, let me just take the plugin and just move it from this location to this location, and it'll just work. Yeah, Python library working normal, but when you tried running the code on the microcontroller, it didn't work. You had to put the library in the microcontroller memory. But this is not like a memory thing. This is still like, it's reading from your hard drive in one way or another. It just, is it reading it from this place or this place? I don't know. Maybe it's something similar. I have no idea. I don't understand it. I think it's stupid as hell. I mean, but yes, yay. Oh. So, but you know what? I got a package. So, worst case scenario, I have something already, and I made sure to back it up. So, I have something, whether or not it's good is debatable. There you go. Sorry, I was turning on the lights. So yeah. Besides that, I kind of prepped some stuff for Sunday's video. Do you guys want to see a demo of what I've set up for Sunday's video? I'm not gonna show you the graph and stuff. I'll do the tutorial actually in the video, but like the demo, if you would, or you would call it. I don't know what the hell to say. Words are not my strong suit right now. Clearly, words are clearly not my strong suit. This is it. Look at this beautiful scene. Has even depth of field and everything. Oh, beautiful. So high quality. Much wow. And this is all a BCG graph, right? And just all a BCG graph. So it's basically for our direct BCG. So let's say you're like, I really like this shot here. And like, but this, but I wish this tree was like maybe over here instead, because I don't want it to be open here. I'd rather have this tree over here. Well, what do? I don't want to regenerate and just, I like this. I want everything in its place, but I want to move this over, right? If it's something like that, I made a tool. I mean, a tool just goes something like click. Done. Oh, it's done. Do you not see the big difference? It's magic. The magic has happened already. Look, it didn't actually. What? Oh, I didn't turn off the, Did I not? Oh, you know what it is? Did I not save the... Hold on. Hold on. I didn't save my last setting, did I? Did I not save the setting? God damn it. No, it's set to... What? 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 Hold on. I need to figure out why is it not being smart about it? Oh, I had to regenerate it for some reason. Okay. For some reason, I had to regenerate the PCG graph, and that's all it was. Good to know. That will go into the YouTube video as the solution to it. Oh, one more thing. Let me just change one more thing. I'm gonna turn off that debugging thing. Okay. One more time, for real this time. If I want to move this tree over here, I go here, and then I click on it. And then magic has happened. That's it. This time the magic has actually happened. No, really, like I could just move the tree. I can actually just move the tree. Oh yeah, the rest is all PCG. Oh, you want the tree back? Here's the tree back. I'll get rid of this tree as well. Oh, you want to move this tree and this tree? Okay, let's just move these trees around. Don't want the trees? You just remove the trees. Want them back? There you go. If I buy a license, I can use it in a commercial game. Yes. Yes. PCG tutorial. Wow, so inventive, creative. This is not going to be a PCG tutorial. It's going to be related to PCG, but a tutorial is really for scriptable tools. Yeah. So this allows you to art direct like stuff. So if I want to, I just take this and be like, you know what, I want it here. Or maybe I want this one just to be like significantly bigger. And over here. Instead of like, but I didn't want it there. Like I want to remove it and move to a new one. Obviously, if you want to just have a an additional wall, you just drag it in. But if this is like if you want to remove either just remove something or remove and then move something. So it just converts things to meshes. So yeah. It's the first little scriptable tool thing that I made. So yeah, tutorial for that coming Sunday. Hopefully people will like it. Probably not. People will probably hate it. I'll cry. Sort of. I'll be crying. To be fair, I'll be crying on Saturday more than on Sunday. Yeah. Yes. Saturday is last day of solo leveling tomorrow, and then that's it. Hi. Yeah. Peace. Oh, okay, it's gone. Anyway. Let's do before we get started with this, I want to test the package actually that I made. The package game, and I want to see if it's runs or if there's like big issues. That seems like it all works. Starting weapon, we only got one in this version, but that's fine. Let's see if the AI works. That's a problem. Why? Why did that happen? Why is nothing generated? Maybe I got too excited about the packaging. You know, maybe I shouldn't have. Hey, look, it's fine. It's fine. Guys, there's pain. I don't. Why? 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 It was supposed to be a nice Friday. I was supposed to be like, oh yeah, you know, I can just mess around with stuff and continue working on stuff because, you know, we have the package build. It works. God damn it. Now I need this to be alcohol to deal with this crap. Theoretically, it should package though. Although, earlier today I did run into packaging issues to some degree, but. Hey, Burkharden, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm very patient. I don't know if I agree with you. I don't know if I can agree with that. Like, I'm not impatient, but I wouldn't say I'm very patient. I'm probably average. I'm probably relatively, like, in the middle. Because like right now, if I wasn't streaming, I would have opened something up already and like started watching it or doing something else. Because I'm already bored waiting for it, right? So I wouldn't call that patience. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I guess it's called boredom. Maybe. The main thing is, though, I need this to package and actually work. Like, with the ground, because if it's packaging but it doesn't give me the actual dungeon, then it doesn't help me. Packaging complete. See? It works. Son of a bitch. Hey, look, my attacks work. Wait, I dash in the air? Hold on. I'm gonna dash onto the map. I'm obviously falling still. I guess I can see the particles going upwards. Is there a map? Oh, there is a map. What happened is, for some reason, the dungeon in the package doesn't work. Do we try one more time? I'm gonna try a I'm going to try, instead of a shipping build, a development. It shouldn't matter, but it's just it was supposed to be so good, guys. It was supposed to be so good. I was so happy earlier. And now I'm just in pain. Is the PCG out of beta? Wait, what? No, PCG is still in beta. PCG is still beta. I don't know when it'll be out of beta, but for now it's still beta. Beta doesn't mean much when it's stable. He doesn't have all the features. Why would the development compile work versus the shipping compile? Shipping and compile has never had issues. The problem is with Dungeon Architect, which has nothing to do with PCG. That's a separate plugin. Nothing that's going on is PCG related, if that's what you're implying. How long have I been working with Unreal Engine and Blueprint? I started in like 2023. Near end of 2023. Or is it end of 2022? I think end of 2022. So what is it? 3-ish years now? I think. Yeah, so this is the development build. Looks right. Sad noises. Sad noises. So it doesn't help me if I basically can't package still. Okay. What if maybe it realized that maybe it now understands what the problem is, and maybe now if I remove the local plugin and re-enable the engine version of the plugin, maybe it'll be fine. So if I go to here, and I reinstall it, and I launch it, and then package it, maybe it'll be okay. Where's the copium? I'm sniffing a lot here. I think it's almost 3. I think it's around 3. I think it was 22. So 23, 24. 23, 24. So it'd be 2 November 2023 to November 2024. Oh, has it only been 2 years? I mean, I guess mathematically. Like, I've dabbled with blueprints in the past, but I've never, like, actually learned it for, like, game development or anything. How I learned blueprints so quickly and so well? I mean, I just watched some tutorials and learned it. I don't know. Nothing. No secrets. Same way you'd learn anything. To watch some tutorials and do some trial and error. That's all I did. Tutorials and trial and error. Honestly, there no like magic secret. Do this one thing if you want to get, you know, results. Okay, it's working. In the editor, it's working. Let's see if it packages now with this. Shipping. Package. Let's see if it succeeds. I mean, if it doesn't, then I guess we move on and we cry on the inside, and we start working on the laser beam attack. Oh look, it immediately crashes. Yeah, same error. Yep, okay. So we can't package this way because it gives you an error, and we can't package the other way because it doesn't actually package the dungeon, which is the most important part of it. Flip table. Flip table. Okay, well, I guess let's go work on let's work on setting up this laser beam with our character. However the hell we're gonna do that, I don't know. Base. Actually, how do we make it so we can do the hold attack? Because the hold attack will stop being a hold attack. Okay, we need to do some actual testing. I need to figure out, how do I check that I'm holding it even after this? I haven't let go yet. If I let go now, I'd want it to record. So the first thing we do is close everything. Second thing we do is open the character. Okay, how the hell are we doing this? If I print this, this will stop after it triggers, won't it? Yes. You saw a lot of tutorials, but you're still struggling? Now, after you saw them, did you do what the tutorials taught you? Did you implement them into your own projects? Did you build on top of them? What did you do besides watch the tutorial? That's my first question. Besides watching it, what did you do? How do I... I need basically two things to happen on left click, depending on a condition. I need to somehow be able to tell if I let go of left click. If we want to do this attack. How the hell do we do that? Because right now it's set for a hold with an actual duration. I could make it so the hold is for that time. And I could make it so there is a maximum length you can hold it, which is... But 1.5 seconds is not long enough. I feel like. Is it though? Let's test this. I'll keep this here. Holding it. So basically, it's the duration of that. And if I have a laser for that little, I feel like that's not long enough. Like, I want to have a laser for like 5-10 seconds or something. Potentially. I will be able to rotate very slowly. So how do I... How do I tell if... I can't do is mouse down because that literally checks only for the mouse. I need to also work with controller. recommend you channels I learned. Just depends on what you want to learn. Put it into YouTube, just anything you want to learn, and just learn that part. There's tons of channels for like all sorts of different things. Depends on what you want to learn. But the main thing you have to do is, what are you doing besides watching a tutorial? You need to be able to answer that question. Because just watching tutorials is not going to get you anywhere. You could watch... It's like, you know, I can watch tons of anime, but I won't learn Japanese. Like, I might pick up a word here and there, or like a phrase here and there if I hear it tons of times. But you're not going to learn the language just by doing that. Otherwise, like, everyone's grandparents who migrated over will eventually learn the language, but they don't, right? They'll catch a few words here and there, but if your family migrated over to another country with a different language, that's what I'm talking about, right? Usually, the older people don't catch on language as much because they're not studying it. They don't take the time. So you gotta study and do stuff outside just watching. You have to either build on top of it or recreate it and then implement some and tweak something into it, or do it exactly and then do something else on top of it, you know, something. That's how you learn. If we go to input, this is a hole. Triggers when the input is triggered after having been calculated at least hold time threshold. If I did a hold and release, hold on. And I did the same 1.5 seconds. How does this work? So it will continue holding. So now I can hold it at any point, and then when I release, it triggers. Which makes my arrow grow real long. Look at it grow. It's really a grower. Look at it go. So what we can do is, basically have it go here after a certain amount of time. I can check if the duration is greater than a certain amount, and then we can go here. Ready. So if I check on this, all false here. So if elapsed set it is greater or equal to 90 seconds. Oh, sorry, seconds. Elapsed seconds, not 1.5 seconds. I don't know why I multiplied that by 60 to get. I don't know what I was thinking that one. And then we'll do that. But this will continue doing it. So we need to do go here and then just do a do once, and then it resets. Untriggered. This is a mess. Let's see if this works. Still holding it. Oh, that worked well. That actually works well. Okay. Okay. So we'll just go back. Trigger. It'll just do this. Okay. Let's clean this up. What are the specs of my computer? Basically top of the line. Top of the line i9, 4080, 64 gigs. You do not need that to make games, though. If you want to make high-end games, yeah, you'll need a more powerful computer. But you only need as powerful a computer as you want to make a game. If the game is like super like a mobile game, you do not need these specs, because the hardware you're putting it onto won't have these specs. So it's entirely dependent on what kind of games you want to make, or whatever you want to use Unreal Engine for. So this is fine. Okay. So theoretically, we effectively have it working now the same way we did. But now, if I did a print string on ongoing, and I'm still... Why is it no longer printing? Oh, hold on. What? Oh, no. Oh, if I let go right at the end... I let go. Why did it not trigger? Why did it not trigger? Uncancelled. Oh, uncancelled. I need to... Well, should do hold... It should go here. Oh, why not go there? Yeah, I need to get it to... Oh, wait. It just did that without... Okay, so it doesn't print hello there. Okay. Why? Because if it is not greater, then it continues to do this. Checks we can attack. If it is greater than, it does this. Is the problem that it didn't do this part? So it never got reset? That shouldn't be the case. Okay, so it's printing hello. I need to not attack though. How do we time it so it doesn't attack? Right there. Right there. Just I'm let go. But It has not triggered. I bet it's doing triggered. Well, it shouldn't. What is going on with this? Triggered. How is it triggered? So it is triggered because it had the hold time threshold minimum reached. Ah, okay, I understand. So if it reaches the threshold, then it does that. Well, here's the solution. We change the threshold here to like 5 seconds. And now it should do the attack right now. Okay, so why is it not doing the attack now? So is my thing from before not working? It should go here. Oh, wait, now it is? Now it's not. Now it's not. And it's not because of this. It's not getting reset because it's getting reset untriggered. I also want to get a reset on here. Uncancelled and untriggered. I think that's what's the problem. Okay. 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 So now it's working the way we want. Good. And we still have this, this, and this. Excellent. Okay. We figured it out. So now that's all working. If I did a print string from ongoing, it should theoretically do this for 5 seconds. Also, I don't need to do hold and release. I can just do hold now, I think. Let's just double check. That still works. Yep, I can do it multiple times. Okay. Looks good. But now if I hold it and I continue to hold it, still holding it. Why did it not? What? What? Okay, I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding, and I want to say that's fine, but it's not fine. If I keep holding now, so hold. Why? Okay, why is it in both scenarios it lets go of it? I don't trigger canceled or triggered. So what the shit? Why is it run Why is it do cancelled? Why does it do cancelled? He goes here and does all of this. But nothing here should stop it from actually, like, triggering this. So what gives? All I want to do is have a hold that does something different depending on how long I hold it. Here's what we can do, though. Here's what we can do. We can go back to the way we had it. And then I can basically make two separate setups. One for range, one for melee, and then they'll be separated entirely. Go back before we did this entire change. I don't understand why I have a timer condition effectively, right? It was checking if it was over 1.5 seconds, it'll just do it. But for some reason, do like the effect. But for some reason, when I tell it to do that effect, it considers it as though I've let go of the button, which I haven't. So that's the odd part. I don't know why it thinks I've let go of the button. So what we can do is here. We do a little branch and just say, if this is false, you know, we'll do the same thing as always. But if it's true, then it won't. So if I keep it on false, we have the normal stuff. But if I change it to true, still does attack eventually. So I would need to do a change on everything. What I need to figure out is how... Oh, I know how to do this. Oh, I just thought of a smart idea. Guys, I have the think. I have the think. Hold on. Guys, hold my sparkling ice. I got an idea. We can use input mapping. We have the regular attack input mapping. But instead of the regular attack input mapping, we can have it input mapping for attack, melee, and attack projectile, which can have different input mapping settings on the same button, but they would have different settings and would change depending on the weapon you pick up. Now we're thinking with portals. So what we can do is we can have attack ranged. And let's say the hold for this one is, let's say, 5 seconds. And we can have IMC attack ranged. And the difference is it's just attack ranged. Oh, this has attack alt as well into it. That's fine. He can stay here. For now, he can stay here. We might do an alt ranged as well. But alt, it should be, say, heavy. So now, what we can do is change the duration on it. Right, to 5 seconds. Here, if I change this to attack ranged. Oh, oh, no. Better. Smarter. Figured. Better solution. Put this back to IA attack. Leave it as IA attack. Hold on. Because can't I overwrite it? The settings? How do I overwrite it? I can add to it. I can add triggers and modifiers here, but I can't modify it. That's fine. I can add it here, which means I can control it per. There we go. So that means on IA attack, we remove this modifier. On the ranged, we set it to be 5. One shot. Hold. And the regular one, re-add it. Hold. 1.5. One shot. Okay. That's how we do it. So if we put this back onto IMC attack, we should effectively have the same setup as we did before. And we do. It is looking lovely. But now if we change it to ranged, aha! We can hold it for a whole 5 seconds. On this version. Okay. So now.
That's what she said.
Hey, Mike, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So now what we do is we need to. Do I have an enum for weapons? I should. Yeah, great old spellbolt. Yep. So now what we can do is have a new function, and this is going to be set input mapping, set weapon input mapping. Give it inputs of E weapon types, or was it E weapons? E weapons. Working on probably setting up blueprint interface. Nice. Yeah, thankfully it's not difficult, so that's the good thing. Get space player control reference. You so this is to add it. Of course, we need to also remove the other one. So remove mapping context. So this is attack range. This needs to be just attack. So we remove the attack, add the range, and we'll do the opposite other one. So this is only great sword and spell bolt, but I believe. Why do I have a weapon types? Hold on.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
A weapon types melee projectile spell that I have never actually really made use of. We also need to add I mean, I guess the weapon is a spell bolt. I'm thinking of the air blade. Way cleaner is slightly better for performance. I don't know if it's. I mean, is it better for performance? We're looking at procedural animation stuff on the Fab Marketplace, and man, they're pretty expensive. Have you ever tried to set up procedural animation? It is tough as hell. Yeah. Procedural animation is extremely difficult. Hey, Collider, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What do you mean, app folks? Is that all we are to you? People on an app that you choose to open once in a while? Or just your app folk? As soon as we close the app, we go away? That sounds about right. Honestly, that sounds about right. You don't have to cast anymore? Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's not a matter of you don't have to cast anymore, and more of a you don't have to cast to 3,000 things unique. Like it's a usability thing, as far as I know. Hey, Fubar, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. 90% sure I live inside your YouTube. Just yours, though, Fubar. I live specifically in your YouTube. Thank you for letting me out once in a while so I can do these live streams. But I know my place. I need to go back in after the stream's done. Yep. So we have this, and then we need to do the same thing here, but we're doing backwards. So instead of this being attack, it's going to be attack ranged, and this is going to be attack. How do I put this in a way that... Oh, you know what? I'm going to promote to a local variable. I can't promote to a local variable? Boo! Ooh. Why can't I promote to a local variable? I wanna. It would have made like it made it a lot cleaner if I did. I don't care what it is, Collider. I want to promote the output of this to a pure variable so that way I don't have to drag this around everywhere. This giant thing. I don't care what it is under the hood. I want it. I slammed my desk, but I don't want to break anything. Casting creates a hard reference every time you do it with interfaces you don't have to. Yeah, but yeah, you don't want to do hard references because if you change something, then right, it's still a hard reference to that specific thing. If you like want to change to something else, you can't easily. Yeah, so it's a usability thing. That's not a performance thing. Right? If you like cast to a cube, but then you decide, oh, I actually want to also now deal with the cylinder. Well, either now you have to cast to two things, which is now more of a thing, and then you have to figure out which ones. Right? It's a mess. Hard references cost more memory too. Do they? Yeah. See, that's that kind of stuff is beyond me. I thought it was a usability thing. I didn't realize it was a like potentially a performance thing as well. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. It's a performance thing because the cube and cylinder was still in memory. But if you're casting it to an object, then that object is already in the world, so isn't it already in memory? Like, right? If the cylinder goes away, you can't cast to it. If the cube goes away, you can't cast to it. Because it doesn't exist in the world. So it be already existing in the world, doesn't that mean already it is there? So shouldn't it already be in memory? I don't know how memory works, to be clear here. But like logically that what I said makes sense. I don't know if in practice it makes sense, but logically to me it makes sense. Okay, so we have this. So now we need to modify you. This new set new weapon needs also an input of weapon type. Or just what e-weapons, that's fine. Is this? Yeah, it has this. Just pass this through. And then we do a weapon. Set weapon input mapping. I guess this doesn't have to be its own function, but it's fine. So theoretically now, if we change the defaults, right, in here to be back to attack. So now if I do my hold, we're fine, right? We do the whole thing. Right, we have this. All good. But if I choose you, we have the big explosion if I right click. A big projectile, small projectile. And here we can now Okay. What? Access non-trinary property. Get local player subsystem for player controller? How is that possible? If we're going to a great sword, we're removing. If we're going to here, we need to remove this. How is that saying this is not a thing? We have this as a variable. We've set this variable. Need more brains? Does only have 140 left. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you use them on stuff, you know. You lose brain cells every time you do something like that. That's just, you know, just not very smart, so. So, okay. I don't understand. I set it as a variable. Is this variable somehow not retaining? Hold on. I'm just going to try this. Okay. If this succeeds, I have questions. It is. Wait. It is not. Okay. I'm kind of thankful it doesn't, but we're going here, right? Oh, it's Oh, it's complaining here on the first time it does this because I don't think I'm storing like what weapon I have here. I have weapon stats, but that doesn't tell me what weapon it is. Because I didn't think I would need it. Oh. Basically, it's complaining that I'm trying to remove something that doesn't exist, but I can't tell it to be, like, check if get. What can I do for mapping? Has mapping context. Okay. If I have the attack range mapping context. There we go. Then do all this. Otherwise, don't do all this. Okay. And then here, we do something similar, except it's going to be the regular attack mapping context. Okay. Check this. That. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna check if it has it. And it's not gonna do anything if it doesn't. So... good? No. What? Access not trying to get... get local player subsystem from player controller return value. How is this not valid? I don't understand. How is it possible that our enhanced input local player subsystem is not valid? Casting to it doesn't help either. You're at a loss like me? It says false. True. So I guess what I need to do is do an is valid here? Only do it if it's valid? I feel like this is unnecessary. Like, I feel like I'm doing something very unnecessary here. Am I getting my Riz up on a Friday night? That is a question I never thought anyone would ask me. But since you asked, absolutely. I mean, who isn't? Okay. So, hearing me read that out loud as he's dying, I'm glad I could bring some enjoyment to your day. Why? So our rage here has hold time threshold of 5. But yet it doesn't seem to work. Because if I was to just set it by default here, right, to the other one, the one I'm supposed to get, I should be able to hold this, yeah, much further, as you can see. This is what's supposed to happen when I have it. But for some reason, removing the current and adding the new doesn't work. You don't know how to clips work on here? There should be a clip button at the bottom. And I have a clips channel on the Discord. What if I delay until next... oh, I can't delay until next tech here because it's a function. Okay, what if I do priority 1? Yeah, it's next to the scissoring button. Guts knows. You have no idea where it goes? You can put it in the Discord. Why is it not doing anything? I do not understand. Higher is better? Yeah. Why? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna copy all this to the event graph. Put it right here for now. Custom event. I want to just try adding a single tick of delay. I just want to see what happens. And here it's going to do custom event. Oh, I didn't realize you didn't like. Yeah, you get a you were able to share. I didn't realize that's the part you were hung up on. I thought you had it already, right? But you didn't know what to do with it. Okay, so why? Is it because it has no animate? Oh. Is it because I don't have an animation in there? It could be because of that. But then it stops the line. Projectile heavy. I'll just duplicate this and just projectile hold. This is not the right one for hold, but it's fine. Oops. It's fine. We can work with this. We need to go to the data tables, their weapons, spell bolt. Projectile hold. Let's see if that's the problem. So it does stop the problem, but why is it still a second and a half? You closed out the things so I didn't even know where to find it again? Oh, yeah, I don't know. If you close it, I don't know where to get it back, but... I don't understand why this doesn't work the way I envision it. Why does enhance input local player subsystem fail? Why does it return none somehow at any point? Oh, hold on. I think I know why. I know why this is the way it is. It's because here I do remove mapping of attack. And then after I do the attack, I re-add the mapping. Which means I need to store the current weapon. That's why. Current variable, current weapon. That's why. We'll see if I still need like all of that. That might be why unable to find local variable with the name current weapon. Why did this get updated too? Like, why is it stupid like that? So now what we need to do is in the event graph, I need to collapse it to a function. Remove current input or current. Remove attack input mapping. No, weapon mapping. Actually, I'd probably want to do this. That's fine. We could do it here. So this is if it's a great sword, we do this one. Otherwise, we do this one. And then we need the one here, which does an attack combo here. Is on attack animation. Oh, no, that's the override. Where do I re-add it? Where do I re-add it? I thought it was here. Oh, I guess I can't do it here because I wouldn't have the reference to it. It would have to be on the 20 cells over halfway to mistype. Mischief. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. Mischief, yep. I was like, what does that mean? On attack animation end. This is where we want it. We want to do another switch here. Greatsword is this one, and then ranged is this one. Okay. Hey, Leo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm glad to hear you made a lot of progress today. I went a little bit backwards on some stuff after making sort of progress in the morning, which is I thought the packages worked, and I found a workaround for the problem that someone else figured out, and I tried to implement, and then the package just didn't work. Like it packages, but it doesn't package correctly. Did you guess what silly goof movement it was? I mean, you gotta give me a hint. Is it related to your patrol thing? Is that what it's related to? Is it related to state trees?
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
It's related to just arrays? You set up a very complicated system for which there's a node for, like sorting, in the new versions? I mean, there's so many things, I don't know. Basic syntax error? You're trying to get a, I mean, I don't know. You're trying to get an index that doesn't exist? I don't know what kind of small goof. Yeah, I don't have enough information to be able to, like, have any context, really. But yeah, I'd love to not use an external plugin for my, like, dungeon generation, but I'm not smart enough to build my own custom dungeon generation that is anywhere even like a fraction of the dungeon architect one. So that's the problem. I'd love to, but why is this actor not being added to the specific array? Okay. I don't see the goof yet. I'm waiting for it. No, I'm not smart enough. Yeah. Doing something like that with blueprints is extremely difficult. Doing something with C++ of that is still extremely difficult, but probably a little bit easier. Like, to do a three-dimensional dungeon generator that can support different inputs and outputs and will automatically assemble it. Like, I don't even know how to begin doing something like that. Like, not correctly even. So yeah, it's beyond me by like an astronomical margin. So I know what I got is what I got. If there was a better option, I would definitely take it. There we go. Now it's working. So now we have a hole that is proper length. Okay. Good. Now, next thing. Let's look at that hold real quick. Reject, jump to attack, hold heavy, which means, player. Let's go where attack hold heavy here. And we need to do a the Manny gets weapon. We do a switch here. Oh, not switch, a select. Why doesn't it just give me the one I have right now? Yeah, select by e-weapons. Why do I have default here? Oh, great sword, spell bolt, and I have to have a default. Okay, we'll do this one by default. Oh, but it can't be in both. Fine, I'll just duplicate it and plug it into. Sure. Sure. Whole projectile. There we go. And this does not loop. For numerous debugging, you realize in the adding the item to array, you're adding to the same array twice instead of once. Instead of adding to friendly, hostile, or neutral, it was friendly, neutral, neutral. Oh, I see. So you just plugged it around wrong. Okay. Yeah, happens to everyone. You wouldn't mind setting up dungeons from PCGEX? You couldn't get it working at first glance, but you'll definitely revisit it. I took a look at the dungeons for PCGEX, right? In the little template thing, like when I was doing the video. Overlapping, not usable. I need to have pre-made rooms. It's not designed for pre-made rooms. It's not also designed for multi-level. Like, there's so many things that I can go into that my current dungeon system does that using the PCG would just never work. That, yeah, that system is better than what I can do because it has PCGX, which is, allows a lot of more ability to do things with PCG. But PCG, you cannot do this with PCG. Like a proper dungeon system, you do not want to do with PCG because you want to unload and load rooms, and you don't want to do that with PCG. Right? You also want to, as you move around, you don't want to be loading everything else. It's the amount of stuff you need to do for an actual dungeon thing is crazy. That's why there is no competitor to Dungeon Architect, because it's, yeah. Dungeon Architect has a lot of issues. It's also has gone too wide in terms of what it's, the person's adding in. He also has no help, it seems. So response time is low. There's lots of issues, but it is the best product that you can get that is of that type, just hands down. The code was working correctly. You're just doubting yourself. Yeah, don't doubt yourself. Yeah, it'd be great to invest in my own system. Or if you do it, invest in your system. But it's the same thing. Like, would you build a game engine? Right? Unreal has some limitations. Would you build your own game engine then? Probably not, because the amount of effort to make your own game engine is insane. So, but at the same time, you have all the freedom to do whatever you want. The biggest Unreal limitation is documentation. True and real. true and real. I need to go to the animations. Spells, spell projectile. I need to do duplicate these. It's going to be start is what I'm gonna call it. Okay, so the start will have the hand extending, and the end will be just to bring it back. So we kind of split it into two. Imagine how cool all in the indie devs would be if Unreal devs decide to dedicate a team just to turn out games. I mean, what do you mean? You mean like Fortnite? They have a dedicated team to turn out a ton of content for a game called Fortnite. That's using Unreal Engine. Why would they need more games? Fortnite's ranking in the money. They don't need more games. When you have a game as successful as Fortnite, you don't really need more. Like, why? They have no reason to. Hey, that might do it at some point, but you know, that's not there. I miss Unreal Tournament. Marvel Rivals is from Epic as well. What? It's NetEase. Yeah, it's NetEase. I don't know why you said Epic. So I was confused. Like, nope. I'm like, I was like 99% sure it was wrong, but I just want to double check. Yeah, it's NetEase. Yeah, the Epic Store has lots of games. That doesn't mean if they're making the games. That's like saying Steam is making, you know, hundreds of games a day. Right? A little bit of flaw in the logic, but it's fine. There was another game by Epic that you forget. It was, yeah. I mean, the studios make flops all the time. I think it's past your bedtime. It's all good. It's Friday or Saturday, depending on your time zone. You know. You're fine. So I have here projectile holds start. Okay, let's see if this... Oh, I also need to, well, remove the frames I don't want. Because that would help. So I don't want frames past what? I don't want frame 10. Well, this is frame 10, but what's the index? 6. So I don't want 6 onwards on this one. There we go. How we going, Leo? Thanks for stopping by. Paragon, yes, but that was before Fortnite. There was another one in the Fasty style. I don't know. I don't pay attention to like games that you know, never get released or it is what it is. Hey Nathan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Setting up the base for having a beam attack. Setting up the animations and all that to like start with it. Remove some stuff here. Almost done. Yeah, last one. So, okay, so now if we come here and we go this, he should extend his hand and then stay extended. There we go. Extends the hand and now stays extended. Now he does it, extends it again later, but is what it is. We gotta do that version now as well. You haven't seen the game in a while? How's it looking? I mean, better. It's looking better every time. Yeah. Better, but not complete. No. It'll become complete eventually. It probably won't be for a little bit, you know. It probably will take me at least a couple more days. You know, I'm sure it's happening real soon. Okay, so now we have the end ones. And all of these. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's start up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay. You give me until Thursday? Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't worry, it'll be finished before Thursday. I can promise you that the entire game will be finished before Thursday. Monkey's paw. Monkey's paw. Just remember that little detail. It'll be finished before Thursday. Which Thursday, we know. Don't worry about it. But it'll be finished before Thursday. I wish you could remove frames in Bash, but I'm pretty sure I can't. Last time I checked. Or as far as I remember, rather. I didn't check for a while. I don't think I checked in 5.5. Maybe it actually is possible in 5.5, and I'm just doing the slow way. I should check after this. After I'm done, I'll check it. Maybe then I'll remember. Oh, I just realized that I'm not removing frame 0. Oops. I haven't been removing frame 0. Great. I was like, as I'm removing these, I'm like, I wonder why there's no like, I wonder why there's no index 0, because like, right, it stops. I thought it was like stopped here, but no, it's just the first index is open. And so it threw me off. I'm gonna blame it on that. And you can't stop me. Yeah, you just So, yeah, we want to get rid of... Wait, did I open end? No, 10 is... Which one did I not delete on? It's going to be an easy way of... I'm going to just look at all of these. We have 5, 5, 6, 6. There we go. So the ones that have 6 means, yeah, this is frame 4, which we don't want. Yeah, rid of this extra frame. Oh, this one's 5. It's fine. This one's fine. 6. And 6. Okay. So now we can duplicate this, change this to end. And now we can plug them in here. And now we have the end version of these. So what we're gonna have is right after this is we're gonna swap it to this animation. And so he'll reach out, do the laser, and then kind of put his arm back, and that'll be the end of the laser. I'll be simple as that. So now if you go to the data tables, player weapons, spell bolt. So instead of hold start here, we need to do hold end. And now, if we come here and I hold it, he has reached out and then he pulls back. Reaches out and then pulls back. Okay. Right? So this is all working. Now, Um, couple of things we're going to change. First of all, I have this this effect, right? Doesn't work with the PlayStation controller? Oh, it doesn't work with the PlayStation controller. How did it break? Already? Why is it doing this attack when I press? Press. What just happened? Press. Click. 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 Press. 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 God damn it. Why does the controller not work with this setup? Why can't I... Why? Rumor has it that you're doing overtime tonight, an extra hour? No. No. You're funny, Mike. Good joke. Good joke. Here, applause for your joke. Bro, just beautiful. The control issue says otherwise? I can't package anyway. So, yeah. Can't package anyway. Even more of a reason? How so? So, what's going on? I can't do anything about the packaging. It's a plugin. The plugin needs an update from the person who made the plugin. I have zero control over it. And if it's a matter of things to be fixed, I have a lot of things in this game that need to be fixed. So, it would be like a month-long thing of overtime if I was there for just fixing. Why is it doing ongoing? Why is it doing triggered? How is it doing triggered? Well, it did triggered because it never properly reset the timer. Why? I don't understand why it's just immediately triggering on a controller. Like, how is it possible? It has a hold here. It has a hold trigger. Oh, I see. It's because I only added it there. I had to freaking add it to both of them. I see. Okay. Okay, that one's on me. That one's on me. Which means we also need to do it here.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hold. One. Sorry. It didn't work the first time, but now it's working. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, that one was me being stupid. There you go, bug fixed. Stream over, guys. We fixed the bug. Based on Mike, you know, that was the bug we need to fix before we call it a night. So I guess once the ads end, we're clearly calling it a night here. What's wrong, Mike? That's what you want. Want me to swash the bugs right before we go for calling it? No. Show game. I'll show the game after the ads. I don't have a decal issue, Mike. I think you have me confused with someone else. Yeah, that's you. Okay, here, let's load into the game. So this is our temporary hub right now, right? We can pick some active items and some, like, basically meta pickups. If you get one of these items, you can pick that item up in the world, which it's just for the meta progression shop. Depends on what you get. Different things will unlock different stuff, but very, very early on prototype. But you basically have a deck builder. How many slots you have available to you is up here. I have 5 out of 10. We have different tiers of cards. So you have purple cards, green cards, white cards, tier 1, 2, 3. Purple cards cost 5, so if I add a purple card to the deck, you can see it's been added. Now I have 10 out of 10. I can't add anymore. So you can have more cards, but you will have less powerful ones until you unlock more slots. Or you can have less cards, but more powerful ones. But the main thing is, whenever you have a card selection, you pick one of 3. So you'd lose the option of 2 of the cards. But otherwise, it is a basically an action RPG-esque roguelike. Where we can have some fun, you know. With some mobs and stuff. Where are they? Right there. I'm doing a lot of damage and they don't have nearly as much health points now, because I haven't balanced that out for a lot of these mobs. So my strong attack just one-shots. I don't want it to one-shot. Oh, there we go. So I unlocked one of the attacks. So now one of the cards that I have selected in my deck. So now I can increase stun build-up. I have increased run speed, attack radius. Let's go run speed. I want to move faster. So now I move faster. Easier to dodge. Gonna shoot fire. Yeah, I'm taking considerably less damage at this point. because they're not near. Oh, these guys are shooting a little more. I am contemplating making them be able to jump through each other when they do their melee attack, so they don't body block each other when they. Oops. Oh, there you go. I unlocked another one. I can shoot a projectile, or if I hold it, I break everything. There you go. Because it's not set up for that yet. Do you use Trello or something to keep track of your task? No. My task is to have fun and continue working on the game. I'm currently having fun, and I want to update my weapons and combat. So that's what I'm working on. If I had a Trello, it would just say everything. What needs work? Everything. When is anything done? Never. This is prototyping. I'm just prototyping the game. So, like, I don't know what the end, like, vision for it is yet. So there's no really, like, a completion thing. The cards, that's all mid-journey. It's all temporary right now, using a mid-journey. That is insane, but you respect that? I mean, okay, what would I put on Trello? That I want to complete, rework the combat? Okay, well, I know that. I don't need to write that down. It's very obvious when I play it that I don't like the combat that it was originally, and that's why I'm reworking it. Right? When my left click doesn't work, obviously I need to fix that. I don't need to write it down for me to be obviously left click and have it break, right? So it's like, I don't see a reason to write things down unless it's something that I want to do later down the line at some point. In which case, I will write those things down. Like, I want to add at one point Twitch integration. I have that written down. But that's written down because it's not something that I'm going to be doing anytime in the near future. And so, that's for later. That's why I wrote it down. But I don't need a Trello for that. Put it in a Google Sheet and call it a day. Yeah, now our stuff works. Now, see, why did it just... So the first time it does this, if I press A, he attacks. If I hold a little bit, that's fine. Like, this is fine, right? But if I start it, and then I hold, oh, now it's fine. Of course, now that I'm trying to recreate the problem, it's fine. Of course it's fine now. I'm trying to recreate the problem to show you guys what the problem is. Whatever. It's when you're not looking, it'll come back. Damn. Bugs and stuff, but you kind of have OCD, so you use lots of lists. Oh, everything has bugs right now. Like, to some degree. But if it's an obvious bug that I'm gonna fix it, like, right now, I'm not gonna put it on. There's no reason for me to put it on a list. If I find the bug, I'm gonna fix the bug right now. Right? Or I know why it's a bug, in which case I need to fix it. If it's like a bug that is like not really like a bug, but it's not that important, then I want to fix it sometime down the line. Or maybe I'm going to be just potentially changing something, so there's no point to change that bug, then I'll write it down. But if it's like a actual game-breaking bug or something that's preventing gameplay, then I'm just going to fix it now. I don't need to write it down. At least that's how I am. Why wait? You agree with the fix it now idea? It's a good idea. Your most productive days are when you do that? Oh, I just do that. But I don't think my days are productive necessarily because I stream it. Okay, so we fixed all that. So now we have right all of this. This is all working. Oh, we remove the print strings now. Yeah, I'm streaming a full-time job. That's why I've made as little progress as I have on the game, right? In terms of like actual like work, so I'm streaming this for a little bit over a year now. But in terms of like productivity time, it's about 3 months of work. So the game, if you want to know where you would be if you were to work on this, if I was to work on this full time, it's about right here. This is about 3 months of full-time work, as in 40 hours a week. Not like 60, 80 or whatever hours a week. This is 40 hours a week for 3 months. This is about the place I would have gotten to. So plus or minus a bit. Most likely, I'm being generous, I think, in saying 3 months. It's probably like lower than that, but of actual productivity time, but say 3 months because that's assuming 2 hours of my 2.5 to 3 hour time is productive, which, let's be realistic, is not the case. It's like hour and a half is productive. So really, it should be like, so 3 months, like 2 something months of actual productivity here. I wonder why. Hey, as I always said, if I want to be productive and have no one like interrupt me, I want to be streaming. But I enjoy it, so. Yeah, it used to feel fun, basically. Okay, why is... Oh, it's because I pressed no input, so... okay. If I press nothing and I press shift first, then I just dash this way because I had no inputs. Got it. So we have this, right? So we need to first change the fact that I don't want this happening, this thing. Which means I also, after doing the AI stuff for a bit, realized that I don't need every single character having this in front of them. They don't need it. Only my character needs this, and that's because he can like look around as he's attacking. The other ones can't do that. And if I needed to, I could just attach it to them after spawning. So I don't think I'm gonna need it. So in which case, I need to basically just duplicate them, outline interior, and then replace every copy with the one. And then we'll be able to kill the other one. How do I not have... Wait, what? Oh, it's because it's being done on here, right? Yeah, this. Set arrow, indicator visibility. I'm going to need to figure out something for this. . Interior. So this I'm gonna need to do on also we don't even need to for we can do it here. Attack arrow interior 1 to replace it with. And this, can I create a new variable? There you go. View. But I need to search for attack arrow. I guess I don't need it here. Oh, I need it here. Oh, I set the location and all that. Here. This is the one that needs to be set now. Okay. The more and more you learn about games, the more and more you realize the visuals are pretty low down on the importance of a game. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You can have a garbage looking game that is extremely fun. Yeah, absolutely. Visuals are way down, stories way down. Like, you could have a, right, because you can have a puzzle game with no stories, just puzzles. You don't need a story, right? You could have a fun game with no story, basic visuals, like just basic geometric shapes, and it could be extremely fun. It depends on, oh yeah, of course, it depends on the genre, it depends, but like in general, you can make a game with zero story and zero visuals, and it'd be a good game. I think that it depends on nothing. If you do those things, you can make a good game. Now, it's not going to be an MMO, obviously, but, you know, right, you don't choose an MMO for a game that has no story and no visuals, right? Yeah, Binding of Isaac has pretty much no story, but it's super fun. Exactly. Kind of a game, but the visuals are personally off-putting and story is minor. I mean, I don't know about them being off-putting. I like Binding of Isaac's visuals. I think they're nice. They're rightfully themed for the game. Most of the genre can't really fly without a good art direction. Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying, right? I'm not talking about making specifically a game for that genre. I'm saying you can make a game with zero story and zero visuals and have it be fun and do really well. Absolutely. It is doable. And it's not like, oh, you're gonna struggle through. No, you could do it. What would visuals mean? Like, it doesn't have to look pretty. Obviously, you have to have stuff on screen, but like, if you have very basic visuals, you could have, you know, still a fun game. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah. That is definitely the intention behind my name. Yeah, let me give you an example of a game with very bare minimum graphics. Yeah, I'll show you a game that had zero story, and the graphics were bare minimum. And debatably, you know, a lot of people don't like him. That is extremely successful. You might have never heard of this little game. I don't know if you heard of it. It's a little tiny game called Minecraft. I don't know if you've ever heard of this tiny little thing. This is what it looks like, by the way, during beta 1.0. You can't tell me these are pretty textures. This is not exactly like... This isn't... Oh my god. Does it fit on what you're saying? Well, I mean, it is literally what I'm saying. This has no story, and the graphics, you don't need to have good graphics. This is not AAA, you know, Elden Ring. This is basic. This is what I'm talking about. You might not think that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but visuals being high quality lighting and textures and poly count. Exactly. That's what. Yeah, Mike gets it. I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's my whole conversation was about that, where you can make a game with, you know, bad graphics and no story, and they'll do great. And there's games that have like a mishmash of like all sorts of styles, you know. But if you do it in a fun way, it's fine. People are not gonna care. Yeah, but again, that still doesn't. What I said still stands with Minecraft. Yeah, I never talked about immersion. Yeah, you can have a good immersive game. Yeah, an immersive game will do very well because it's immersive. Yeah, absolutely. Your last message didn't go through? I mean, did you write something weird? I don't see any messages like blocked or hidden in my chat in the one I'm looking at. That doesn't mean it's not there. What? Why? Okay, how do I do this? Well, I have no errors on anything. But I need to fix this. The hell is this stupid Lego shit? I see why I didn't like it. I will put this, or I need to, I guess, override what? On attack animation end, we can just do this. On attack animation end. So child overrides on attack animation end. We just do you set visibility off. Thank you, Gus. Dude, mod duty, my god. I assume it was a bot. Oh yeah, I know, Mike. Minecraft was smart because it appeals to every age. Yeah, Minecraft's great. I mean, I played so much Minecraft. I played thousands of hours of Minecraft. I stopped after 16. The .16 patch, 17 patch. I think it was the .17 patch. Basically, I got so disappointed with the 1.17, where they promised so much and they delivered so little that all the things I wanted to do were basically not possible because they split it and then they removed a lot of blocks and then removed a lot of features. It was a disaster, and I just lost all motivation. And so since then, I haven't played. Yeah. It is what it is, though. Hold on. So I have this. Where am I setting invisibility on, though? Oh, here. Oh, I see. I was doing... Okay, I see what I was doing. So this... No longer need there. Need you. Set visibility. And we're just going to here. There you go. It's not because your backlog of games was too long. My backlog of games is literally hundreds, if not thousands, of games. That's definitely not why I stopped. There we go. So now... Why did it not do what I wanted to? Why is it doing that? Why is it like that? Why is the first time... Why is the first time going just to the end and stopping? That'll make your brain explode? I mean, I've shown this, right? My humble bundle thing?
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
yeah, I have 400 games just here, right? I have tons of games. Like, and a lot of them are good. I have the Stanley Parable. Again, fantastic game. I don't know where it just disappeared to when I did that. Octodad Deadliest Catch is a good game. Like, I have good games here. Like, I have bad games, and that's why I didn't redeem them. I didn't redeem them just because I wasn't gonna play them, and that's why they're not redeemed. But I could do a reveal key and keep in mind, I used to give away these games like every week, like a game every week, to the community last time, but in the end I stopped it because one, there wasn't enough people trying to get a key, so it was like basically like a handful of people were just getting all the keys, and they weren't really playing it. They just were getting it, and you know, I didn't want people there just for, you know, just to get keys. Guns of Icarus Online, is that still a thing? Is Guns of Icarus like still going? No. 4 in game. Not really. Yeah, Pacific Drive this month too? Wait, really? Oh, I think you're right. Hold on. Oh yeah, I redeemed it. Yeah. Pacific Drive is a relatively new game, isn't it? Homeworld 3, Wild Hearts. I mean, this I'm never going to redeem. It's an Origin. Why would I redeem? Why did they start adding Origin games here? What is this garbage? Yeah, but for whatever reason, Homeworld 3 has a 38% positive. I don't know anything about Homeworld. I've heard of the series, but they did something to have 38% positive. In fact, I am curious what they did. So it's a recent thing. No, it's not a recent thing. It is mostly negative is from all reviews. Recently, it's actually been a little bit better, 42%. Dear God, what the hell? Where's the reviews? How do I get reviews? Oh, all the way down here. Press any key to start. The fact that you cannot press any button, in reality, none of the buttons work. Wait, none of the buttons work? You must click on the text itself to continue. What? Lagging things that previous Homeworld titles had. Got a bundle with Humble Choice. It was like $2. I had no expectations. That's why it's thumbs up. How the mighty have fallen. We're going to write a long negative review. Honestly, this game doesn't deserve any more of my time. This is not review bombing. This is just people upset of the game. This is not like this. They're not talking about anything except the game itself. Game didn't even last a year because the devs couldn't fix it. Right? Like these are just genuine, like thumbs down, actual like beautiful cosmic landscapes, music, and enjoyable gameplay. The plot is very disappointing, as are the characters and the ending. Right? This is like people have just played and just are not happy with the game. This is just a bad game. And look, it has pretty visuals. But pretty visuals don't make for a good game, right? That's why I say the visuals don't matter. The gameplay does. Gameplay is king. Like, of course it matters, right? It's not like it's a 0%, but like in terms of like priority, gameplay first. Everything else secondary. Or tertiary. Just for curiosity. Homeworld 2? Oh, it's not on here. Only the soundtrack. Okay. So the only Homeworld remaster collection. The remaster collection is very positive. 84, 88. It's not bad. Immersion first. What immersion do you have playing Balatro? I don't have any immersion playing Balatro. I just play Balatro because it's a fun game. I'm not immersed in anything. I disagree that a game has to have immersion. Some games, if you're building an immersive game, then yes, it needs to have immersion because you're making an immersive game. But there's no gambling. What do you mean? You don't gamble in Balatro. There's zero gambling. That's like the minimum, making sure that any button works. Yeah. You put sound above visuals too? I wouldn't, because I know a lot of people play games muted and they put their own music on. So I wouldn't put it above. Oh my god, you are so stubborn. We're not having a debate and one of us is going to win or not. I'm just telling you my point of view. You could accept my point of view or not, and then that's it. I'm not trying to change your point of view. I don't care. This is how I look at things, and that's it. You can accept it or not and move along. I don't give a shit. Immersion doesn't mean what you think it is? Immersive games are video games that transport the player into an alternate world where techniques are used to make them feel more like the character they're playing. That is immersion. That is how I also define immersion. Yeah, when I feel like I'm immersed and in the world, I am that character and I'm living in that world, that's immersion. That is my definition. I don't know if you have a different definition, but that is my definition. It's also the definition you get when you search define immersion in games. I don't know. That's all I got. Why? Why is it like that? If I click once, now I'm fine. You're fine. There's no winning or losing, Gus. What do you mean? There's just having a discussion. There's no winners or loser here. People don't have to like have winners and losers in a conversation. Usually, someone has one point of view, the other person has another point of view. Everyone's like, "Cool, that's what you think, and that's what I think," and then we move along. What happened to that? Games are designed for the player to have an experience. When you design a game, you need to use the tools to create the experience. A good game is a game that you experience. Yeah, but you're using the word experience. Experience is not immersion. Completely different word. Yeah, you want to give the player a good experience. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, whether it's solving puzzles, yeah, absolutely. But Yeah, I was never talking about that. Yeah, of course you need to have a... That's like saying you need to have a fun game. Of course. Absolutely. I don't like this bug. I don't know how to fix this bug. What? No. What? A player to get experience, you must be immersed in the game? I play Balatro like with like watching videos. I'm not immersed in it. I just play it. Ain't nothing immersed in that. If you ever watch Thomas Brush's podcast, he has some top indie devs on and they are always contradicting each other. But yeah, because everyone, that's why people make different games, because people think like want different things from games. You know, the way they play games is very different, right? Everyone has a different point of view. That's why there's no right or wrong for any of this. It's just person A likes games a certain way, person B likes games a certain way, person C likes games a certain way, and they're all right. None of them are wrong. It's just they just like different kinds of games or are looking for different things in a game. It's just, that's all, right? You know, I don't play first-person shooters, right? So a game being competitive to me doesn't matter at all, right? But to a lot of players, they only play like competitive games. So they would put like how competitive a game is, they would put it like really above. I would put it like in the trash, right? Not because, again, because competitive games are bad, it's because I don't care about that. So everything is, I can only speak from my point of view, right? So that's in the trash. There's so much more than you think, Ludic experiences. But I'm just telling you my point of view, Guts. If you don't want to listen, if you don't care about my point of view, then okay, you don't care my point of view. That's fine. My priority is gameplay. For any game that I play, my priority is gameplay, not immersion, not anything. For you, it's immersion. That's fine. I see no problems there. But, you know, for me, it's not. Yeah, they create them. Yeah, everyone creates the different games in different ways. It's absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. This, I don't know how to fix this. So for whatever reason, right? So right now I have this attack, and if I let it go all the way to the end here, right, he does the attack. But when I switch weapons, it's supposed to go further. But the first time it does it, it only goes to the end. But the next time it goes past that. But that doesn't happen if I first just click on it once. If I clicked on it, I set the little one, now it'll go past it as it should. So the problem happens specifically. Yeah, and now this one has the same problem in reverse. Where for whatever reason, it's it's swapping the animation, but it doesn't swap the effect and then like validate it, basically. It's really odd. Like, I understand what's happening, but I don't know why or how to work around it. Which is the problem. It is adding the mapping context, but it just doesn't realize. query, map key, and context. I have no idea what this means. I think I don't need these anymore, probably. Hold on. Let me see if I can just go all the way through now and be fine. Can I bypass all this now that we've like reset everything? No. No, I can't. Okay. I tried. I tried. So what do we do? Is there any way for me like to... What if I did... get player controller? Is it like clear input or something like that? Clear input? Clear all mappings? No, I don't think that's it. I need to like reset input or flash player input. I think that's the one. Flash player input. We could try that. See if that helps afterwards. Nope. Had no effect. The alternative is to actually set it up with separate one of these. And then I can have an attack range, but I don't know. Then I could, then theoretically I can use from here. I could just do a max, which will take the max from this or the next one. So that way, when this, no, whichever one's going, basically we'll be using that. So I might need to do that. Not ideal, but I think it's fun. You take the next 2 hours to figure it out? No. There's no take 2 hours to figure it out. Yeah. But, you know, it is Friday though. So, I mean, you could look forward to the fact that it's Friday, Mike. So, I might not be here for another 2 hours. No. Look, I'm tired. Right? I'm here after work. I'm tired. There'll be enough time for you to... so that's why you want me to keep going. Not because you care about me finishing anything. You just need some background noise. I see how it is, Mike. You know what? Fair enough. You know, I can't blame you for that. Well, it could be both. We both know it's not. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll be back on Monday. We'll continue with some more game dev and working on the laser beam and all that. I got 2 videos to make over the weekend. So yeah. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your night, though, and rest of your weekend. You have a lovely weekend, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.